right, so here we are. This is what happens when after you pay your deposit and we sign your contract and all that. I set up this author board for your project template, and this is the same for every kind of book that I publish. You get login instructions, and instead of walking individually each author through that, I'm recording this video so that you can see what the onboarding process looks like. So within this board, you'll log in. It's free. You just log right in because I have paid for all the extra stuff. It's pretty simple to navigate. Over here we have your money matters, so you can click on that and see all the information I need to set up your payment account. And again, it says email, so you don't put anything on here that obviously not your social security number, things like that. Then this author portal onboarding is not this system. This is referring to a system where you order your books wholesale, you check on your sales reports, things like that. Here are all the things we do with your manuscript. Excuse me. I was reading distribution and manuscript at the same time. So your manuscript, you get me the rough draft. You just click on that, you log in, and you're ready to give me your rough draft. You click on that little index card thing, and then you just upload it right here. You click on the little attachment. You can upload it from your computer, from Google Drive, Dropbox, Box, OneDrive, pretty much anything. My preference is that you directly upload it from your computer. Google Drive does funny coding, and you can ask all of my authors up until today, which is August 8th, if they have had issues with me and their ebooks using Google Drive. The answer is a resounding yes, and I'm sure they're all cheering that I finally found a system that works better. You do not have to tell me you did this. I get an email every morning telling me what has happened in the last 24 hours with your project board. Now, you give me the rough draft. Then I will see that it's up there. I will take this rough draft and right over here. So that's finished. So when you look at your to-do list, these little folders, just think of them as folders, and inside are these tasks that you need to do or that I need to do. If you need to do them, it'll be very clear that you need to do them because I will tag you and you'll get an email about it. So as I'm doing your edits, or I'm reviewing and completing your edits on the rough draft, it will be here in process. When it is finished, it's over here. So completed edits will go here. This is where they come to you, and then we slide them over here when you say those are done, and then digital proof is created. So once I complete your edits and you approve those edits, it goes in process right here where I create your digital proof. Again, when I add that here as a PDF, I'll message you because I still have pretty much daily contact when we get to this point with my authors. It'll be here when you approve that. When it's finished, it'll go over here in the done folder, and then your digital proof approval will go in process. And once you've approved that, then I will put it over here. Do you see how our lists are getting smaller? Now, when you log in and see, those are things that you do and you're part of. However, there's a lot here that you're not part of. So I order your galley proof after your digital proof is approved. We choose your distribution start date. You approve. All these things happen in chronological order when you first see them. So you can literally go to the to-do folder and see what's happening next, and in the in-process folder, see what's happening right now. So your keywords and your hashtag research and registration, those pretty much show up in the in-process as soon as we start working together. And I do your keywords, and then I add them here in the comments so that you can have them for your marketing work. Hashtag, I do register your hashtag to your website and put those hashtags here. We have a conversation about that in one of our coaching calls each week, but we decide what those hashtags are. I put them in there, and then once that's done, it goes right over here to done. All this promotional work, I create promotional images. When I'm working on those after so your book cover, front and back are finished, and then your promotional images. And once those are approved, they go right over there. And I do your promotional images for you, and they'll be attached right in here. Your ISBN registration, I do that, and your copyright registration. Copyright registration sits here in process until you tell me you've received it, because that actually comes as a hard copy to your front door. I don't get that. I only get confirmation that it's been submitted, and it can take, honestly, can take up to 12 weeks for you to get that paperwork, because I'm not in charge of that after it's been ordered. So as you can see, it just, this stuff keeps going, just constantly moving to the right. The only things that don't move is this book and contract information and your author portal onboarding, because then I'll put your login information right here, and I don't want that to get lost. So I keep it right there at the first. Everything else, all of it, moves right over here as it gets finished, in order, like I said, in chronological order from your folders. And pretty soon, it's just all done. I want to talk about a sell sheet. So a sell sheet, there are a lot of companies out there, marketing and promotional companies, that create a sell sheet for you. This is a full color document that you will have printed somewhere, either locally or online, glossy, 8.5 by 11. And you take those into bookstores, and that is what you bring to a bookstore. You can mail them, but it does a better job if you hand it out in person. So you can take this and your book into a bookstore, and say, I'd like to do a book signing here. Here's my sell sheet. Here's a copy of my book. Let me know when we can book that. The sell sheet includes ordering information, your ISBN, when the book was released, a little bio, and a synopsis of the book, as well as the book cover and a photograph of you. So this is a piece of information that has everything that a retailer needs to know about you and your book on one sheet. That I just attach that right here from my computer, and I just add that right there. So you have that to have printed, and I do give you some recommendations for who I use for those such of things, but it's always up to you. Also, we write your press release, and I attach it right down here, and it has your name and all that information on it. Now, I want to talk about this marketing focus and promotional plan, because this is honestly, next to the cover design and branding, one of my favorite things to do. And it usually is, we start working on this. There are 5 different things we do here. We start working on this right after that digital proof is approved. So your digital proof is approved. We've picked an ebook, a Kindle release date, and we're in the process of printing that galley print, okay? That's when we start focusing our time together, creating a marketing and promotional plan. We schedule and talk about what kind of book release you want. If you want to have it in person, if you want to have that online, we get that scheduled. We create together an opt-in just for your book. So if you want to gather people, up until now, we've just gathered people that want to know when your book is coming out. Now we're creating an opt-in for people who read your book. Where do you want them to go? What's the next point of contact after they've read your book if they want more information? You have to tell them where to get that. So we're going to create together an opt-in free or a freemium that is a bonus for purchasing your book. So they bought your book. They now go to your website to the link that's included inside your book, and they get this opt-in created specifically for people who read it. That is super important. This done wrong or left out means you don't get to the bottom one. Okay. So yeah, the social media plan and focus, your social media party, release party, those are all important. But if you skip this or do it wrong, you never get to this. That premium offering that you're going to create and make available for purchase for people who read your book. So you're throwing this huge net out there. All of your ideal clients become your ideal readers. They've become your ideal readers. They've finished your book. They've opted in. And then you have to have something else to give them. This is where people get tripped up and their head hits that upper limit glass ceiling, and you say, I don't know what my premium offering is, or, well, I have these huge grand plans, but I'm not ready to do that. Well, most of the time you are absolutely ready. You were almost born ready. Certainly after you've published and become a best-selling author, you are ready for your premium offer to be created, so that is available for these ideal readers and the ideal clients who have gone through just a superb client application process, if you will. They don't know that, but you and I know that we marketed this book for your ideal clients. They then read the book. They want more from you, so they opted in. So, 200 to 500 opt-ins from readers of your book is worth 10,000 people just looking for a random freebie, because these people already know you. They know you from your book. They know what you're all about. They want more of what you've got, and so they've come to your website looking to buy. You give them this bonus is because you're a great person, and you want to give them, you really are here to change the world, and you know that providing valuable information and insight is one of the ways you're here to change the world. It's one of the ways you do that. So you give them even more. Okay, then from this point, you have created a mailing list of highly qualified leads. They already know you. They already trust you. They already look to you as an expert, and they want what you buy. So this piece right here, honestly, this premium offering, I have seen coaches do a 6 to 8 week mastermind for this, 5 to 10,000 easily. Because if you create one $5 to $10,000 premium offering for your clients, you suddenly make all your money back for that $5 to $10,000 mastermind with one sale. Well, girl, I'm not even charging you for that. I'm not even charging you for that. We just do that as part of it's a natural progression of writing a book that sells. It's just a huge disservice to your readers to not have anything ready for them when your book comes out. What is what else can you give them besides your book? And it can really be as simple as an idea, and you can flesh out the pieces of that after the book is released, and when you get people on this bonus email address, and you can email them months later, and they remember you because they read your book and they know you. So you've just done all that know, like, and trust factor. You've done all the promotional work. We did all the marketing before the book was even printed, because we embedded your keywords. We researched your keywords and your metadata just to the tiniest degree. You can't imagine how much research I put into that. So these people are absolutely highly qualified leads ready to buy your premium offering. And it takes about 2 weeks to flesh that out completely. Often the idea for this comes to me. If you have no clue, don't worry about it, because by the time we get to this conversation, I have lots of ideas in my notebook for you. Lots. So don't be intimidated by that. But to be completely frank, my $5,500 package for publishing your book, this little sweet spot right here makes it worth the money. And all of these things, do you see all these things that we do together and that I do for you? That's all just bonus material. Because if you get that right, if you get all this and you get this right here right, you make your money back with one client. You make your money back with one client. And I think that is what I'm going to conclude this with. How does that sound? I'm just going to leave you with that idea, because I realize, I get it. You're investing, $5,000 in a publishing package, and there are other companies out there that will print and distribute your book for a little bit less than that. I guarantee you're not going to get any of the marketing or promotional support, the social media audit. I mean, all of the things that we do, your hashtag registration, your keyword research, all of that we do that I do for you behind the scenes, that's a huge list. And that right there, where did it go? There you go. That right there makes it worth all of your investment. We create your social media plan. We create your social media release party, because that's big. That's a big event that needs to happen for your digital copy to come out, and also your paperback. But I think that most of your money is going to come from that digital bestseller day. And so we have to have that ready for that. And yeah, I mean, we just really, that's the sweet spot, and that's what we're working towards. And that is something that other publishers are not doing. I'm bringing you from the idea for a book right over here, manuscript to do, rough draft, okay, all the way to this point where we have a marketing and promotional plan in place for you to recover not only your costs, but really become profitable. And we do this in 90 days. We do this in 90 days.